For as long as I can remember, I've always been a traveller. I grew up in a family that moved around. We didn't move house, but we had to travel for work. The places that we visited were mainly the lower parts of the UK. But we'd go away as a family holiday once or twice a year, maybe somewhere like Keswick, the Lake District, maybe to Fweli in Wales. We like to travel, we like to drive, and I've always been okay in cars, in planes, on boats, wherever. I've never really bothered being concerned by that sort of thing. I don't get bored on train journeys. I don't find traveling on the tube to places an inconvenience, and I certainly enjoy my bus journeys home. I find myself getting antsy when I sit around in one location for too long. I've spent the last 10 years traveling back and forth to America and parts of Europe, and I've just found myself in London feeling like I needed to get away sometimes. So a little while back I went to the Lincoln gathering with a few friends. I was initially intending to go to take photos, but my camera on the journey stopped working, so I transferred over to using my iPhone instead, and all the footage that you see is just things that I managed to capture with that, trying to overlook the despair. There's not much imagery of the friends that I actually saw. Instead, I wanted to capture the transferring of me from place A to place B and the different things that happened and the things that I felt that I achieved by being more positive about the situation. I could have easily fallen into a panic about the camera, but instead I calmly assessed the situation, worked out that it wasn't going to be worth my hassle. I'd already travelled, already got to the place I needed to be, and it'd be better to just enjoy that's around me. And so I settled for a bit. I put my bag back in the room that I'd be staying in, and I realized that actually gave me more freedom anyway, because I wouldn't have to be taking photos throughout the night. I wouldn't have to worry about my bag and my camera equipment and the MacBook and anything else that I was going to have on me, because it would all be safe somewhere already, and I could let go. And as the night built and as it continued with the momentum, drinks were poured, dances were had, travel was made. We wandered around these dance floors and these upper rooms. We wandered around Lincoln itself. We wandered from here to there and back again. And I realized the true blessing in disguise of not having my camera all the time. And I started to look at how useful the iPhone itself can be anyway, because it's so portable and so immediate that as soon as I decide that I want to film, I've got it out and it's done. And while the quality might not be as good, I can still tell the same stories. I can still convey the same messages, because eventually it just comes down to what I say and how I tell tales. And I'm not the best storyteller, which is a shame, because I've had some incredible moments in my life. I've done so many things, but I'm hoping to learn how to tell them. And I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to let you know what it is that happens, why I go to my quiet places sometimes. And that's not a thing that's going to be ominous and scary. It's just that sometimes I like to think, but I want to let you know why. And why you don't necessarily get the most deep conversation from me when you talk to me. But you know that when it's in a one-to-one situation, I am able to be there and be supportive and to listen and to understand and to give advice out, and hope that you do the same. And why you should hopefully know that when there's a problem far away, I will aim to be the first person travelling to bring a solution. I'm a traveller.